Imagine a town that actually pays you to live there. Sounds like something out of a fantasy novel, right? Yet, it's a reality in certain places around the world. These towns are creating waves by offering financial incentives to new residents. It's an intriguing prospect, like hearing that you've won a small lottery just by changing your address. But why would a town do this? Let's delve into what makes this proposition so captivating. The idea behind such offers is often rooted in a need to rejuvenate declining populations. Many small towns are facing an exodus as young people flock to bigger cities for better job opportunities. By offering monetary incentives, these towns aim to attract new energy, skills, and ideas. Imagine being welcomed with open arms, not to mention a check and becoming part of a closely knit, welcoming community. Yet, these offers aren't always what they seem at first glance. There's a fine print, of course. These towns hope to strike a balance between enticing new residents and ensuring commitment to local development. It's a win-win if it works as intended. But what else are they offering besides money? Let's explore the specifics of what life in these towns might entail. The question of why a town would pay people to live there is intriguing. Typically, these towns face dwindling populations, a lack of economic activity, and the disappearance of young talent. By offering financial incentives, they hope to rejuvenate their local economies and breathe life into communities that have seen better days. Think of it as a strategic investment, the kind that could turn the tide and bring about a new era of prosperity. Consider the motivations of a small Italian village where family-run businesses are struggling to find successors. Financial incentives can serve as a catalyst for new beginnings, encouraging entrepreneurs to bring their ventures to these picturesque yet overlooked locales. It's like planting seeds in fertile yet underutilized soil a chance to reap fruit that benefits everyone involved. So, these towns aren't just handing out money for the fun of it. They are, in essence, buying a future. They're hoping new residents will contribute to the local culture, economy, and fabric of the town, making an indelible impact. But what exactly do these towns offer to entice newcomers? Let's explore the specifics and see what makes these offers truly stand out. When it comes to enticing new residents, these towns get creative. Financial incentives often include direct cash payments, tax rebates, or even subsidized housing. Imagine receiving a lump sum just to set down roots in a quaint village or having your rent covered for several months. It's not just about the money, though. Some places offer additional perks like access to community centers, employment opportunities, or networking events to help you integrate smoothly. Take, for example, a remote village offering startup grants for small business owners. This not only brings in new residents, but also stimulates local entrepreneurship. It's akin to getting a head start in a race where the community is cheering you on from the sidelines, eager for your success. Such incentives go beyond mere monetary appeal, transforming into an opportunity for meaningful engagement. These offers are like an invitation to be part of a larger story, a chance to contribute to the revitalization of a community. However, with every appealing offer comes the fine print, conditions that ensure both parties benefit. So, what's the catch? Let's dig into the conditions you need to meet to take advantage of these enticing propositions. While financial incentives might sound enticing, there are always strings attached. Typically, towns require a commitment to stay for a certain period, often ranging from 1 to several years. It's not just about packing your bags for a short getaway. It's about putting down roots and becoming part of the community. Think of it as a commitment to a long-term relationship rather than a fling. Moreover, some towns have specific criteria for eligibility. You might need to demonstrate employment or a business plan if you're an entrepreneur. For example, a tech-savvy individual may be required to help boost digital infrastructure as part of the deal. It's like being a participant in a mutual agreement where both you and the town have roles to play in the revitalization process. Then there are community involvement clauses where active participation in local events or organizations might be expected. These conditions ensure that newcomers integrate and contribute positively. The goal is to create a harmonious blend of past and future, preserving heritage while embracing innovation. But what is daily life like after the contracts are signed? Let's explore life in these unique towns. Life in a town that pays you to live there can be both charming and challenging. Imagine waking up to the tranquility of countryside landscapes where everyone knows each other's names. The pace is slower, allowing you to savor moments that often get lost in the hustle of urban living. It's an opportunity to reconnect with nature and indulge in simplicity. Socially, these towns offer a tight-knit community experience. Residents often gather for local festivals, market days, and communal activities. Picture yourself at a weekend fair, enjoying homemade treats and lively conversations, stark contrast to the anonymity of city life. Community support is strong as neighbors become friends, creating a sense of belonging that's often elusive in larger cities. However, life isn't without its complexities. Limited access to amenities and services can be a downside. You might find yourself driving longer distances for specialized healthcare or entertainment options. Yet, for many, the benefits of a peaceful, connected lifestyle outweigh these challenges. But don't just take my word for it. Let's hear real-life testimonials from people who made the leap. Hearing from those who've taken the plunge is a powerful way to understand the allure of these towns. Many newcomers share stories of reinvention, finding a slower pace of life that brings fulfillment beyond the financial incentive. Jane, for example, swapped her bustling city life for the rolling hills of a small town and discovered a new passion for painting. Landscape's a hobby that wouldn't have blossomed amidst urban chaos. Others talk about the priceless connections they've made in these close-knit communities. Mark, a former IT professional, now knows his neighbors by name and enjoys weekly barbecues with them. These interactions sparked friendships that made the transition worthwhile, proving that sometimes it's the people, not the paycheck, that truly enrich one's life. Yet, it's not all rosy tales. Some have faced challenges adjusting to the slower pace or missed the conveniences of city life. However, those who've stayed believe that the trade-offs are beneficial, often discovering a profound sense of contentment they never had before. But not everyone finds these offers appealing. Let's examine why some people say no. Despite the enticing offers, many people hesitate to move to these towns. One common concern is the fear of isolation, being far from family, friends, or the vibrant energy of city life can be daunting. The thought of changing one's established routine for an unknown environment is enough to keep some firmly planted where they are. Additionally, career-oriented individuals often worry about limited job opportunities. For those in specialized fields, the prospect of finding compatible work in a small town can seem slim. It's not just about uprooting one's life, it's about maintaining professional growth, a key factor that deters many from embracing the idea of relocation. Lastly, the emotional and practical aspects of leaving behind a familiar, bustling city life are significant. Urban convenience, cultural diversity, and the sheer volume of activities available in a city makes small towns feel lacking to some. Yet, for others, these are minor concerns compared to the potential for growth and simplicity. But there are hidden challenges that no one really talks about. Let's dive into those. Embarking on a move to a town offering financial incentives isn't without its hidden hurdles. One commonly overlooked issue is the integration into established social circles. Newcomers might find it challenging to navigate the silent complexities of fitting into a community where everyone else has known each other for decades. It can feel like being the new kid in a school full of familiar faces. Another subtle challenge is the slower pace of progress. While towns aim to rejuvenate, changes may not happen overnight. This can frustrate those eager for quick improvements or immediate economic benefits. Patience becomes a virtue, often tested in the waiting period, as new initiatives take time to bear fruit. It's a lesson in both resilience and adaptability. Moreover, cultural adjustments can be considerable, especially for those coming from diverse urban environments. Suddenly, you might find your lifestyle and habits being scrutinized, which can be both a cultural shock and an opportunity for personal growth. Yet, these hidden challenges pale in comparison to the broader trend of such initiatives worldwide. Let's take a broader look at this global phenomenon. The concept of towns paying new residents is far from isolated. It's becoming a global movement. From Europe to North America, the trend is spreading. Villages in Italy offer incentives to young families, while parts of Japan attempt similar programs to revitalize aging rural areas. This global embrace highlights a collective recognition of the benefits that fresh faces can bring to dwindling communities. For instance, Japan's Akita Prefecture offers financial support to those willing to brave its cold winters and picturesque landscapes. Similarly, in the U.S., towns in states like Kansas and Vermont have launched initiatives to attract remote workers. These efforts underscore a strategic approach to community revitalization, blending tradition with modernity. This trend suggests a larger shift in how communities value and integrate new talent and perspectives. The success of these programs could very well set a precedent for other towns facing similar challenges. But it raises the question, could such strategies really work in more densely populated urban areas? Let's explore this intriguing possibility. The idea of paying people to live in big cities sparks fascinating discussions. While cities are typically bustling with resources and opportunities, they also face challenges of overcrowding and escalating living costs. However, applying financial incentives in this context could seem counterintuitive. Yet, it might just work if tailored to specific socioeconomic goals, like rejuvenating neglected districts or boosting urban agriculture. Consider a city using incentives to draw creatives and entrepreneurs to emerging neighborhoods. Providing grants or subsidized space could foster innovation and cultural vibrancy, potentially revitalizing neglected urban areas. Such strategies could cultivate a dynamic environment where art meets business, creating a modern renaissance. Nevertheless, the scalability of these programs remains in question. It would require collaborative efforts between public and private sectors to ensure meaningful and sustainable change. This leads us to ponder whether digital nomads might be the perfect candidates for such an initiative. Let's delve into their suitability next. Digital nomads represent a growing demographic that could uniquely benefit from such incentives. Unbound by traditional office spaces, they thrive on flexibility and adventure. Imagine a town catering to this lifestyle, offering co-working spaces, high-speed internet, and vibrant community events. It's a potentially symbiotic relationship where digital nomads enjoy the tranquility of small towns without sacrificing connectivity. Some towns are already tapping into this potential, appealing to remote workers looking for a blend of productivity and leisure. By catering to digital nomads, these places capitalize on the trend of location-independent work. Towns that install modern amenities while preserving their quaint charm may lure digital nomads eager for a sense of place and community. The idea also aligns with broader trends in the gig economy. Supporting digital nomads could bring diversified skills and modern thinking to traditional settings, sparking economic and cultural growth. But what do the experts have to say about all this? Let's dig into professional insights next. Experts generally view these initiatives as promising but caution about the need for careful planning and execution. Urban planners emphasize the importance of comprehensive strategies that integrate new residents smoothly. Avoiding disruptions to existing community dynamics. It's about crafting policies that not only attract but also retain newcomers in a harmonious balance with long-time residents. Economists highlight the potential economic boosts such programs can bring. Encouraging migration to small towns can create diverse job opportunities and invigorate local businesses. Yet, they also warn of the pitfalls if expectations aren't managed or if resources aren't allocated effectively. Think of it as a crucial balancing act. One misstep could unravel the entire effort. Sociologists point to the human aspect, advocating for genuine community building rather than mere financial transactions. They recommend fostering personal connections, cultural exchanges, and shared experiences. This human-centric approach could be the key to long-term success. But what if, despite these efforts, the towns don't succeed? Let's explore that possibility. The prospect of failure is real, and towns must be prepared for it. If these initiatives don't succeed, it isn't just about financial losses. It's a hit to morale and future planning. However, failure can also be a learning opportunity, a chance to reassess strategies and improve the framework for future attempts. It's about resilience and leveraging past mistakes for a stronger comeback. Should a program flop? Towns could still benefit from temporary economic stimulation and increased visibility on broader platforms. Sometimes, the very attempt to attract newcomers brings attention that might spark other opportunities or investments. It's about turning what seems like a setback into a stepping stone for alternative successes. Moreover, even in failure, these initiatives highlight the invaluable lesson of adaptability. Towns might refine their approaches, seeking collaborations with businesses, governments, and nonprofits to support innovative solutions. Embracing change with an open mind remains crucial, and perhaps this mindset could inspire others to tackle similar challenges. But ultimately, would you consider making the move in light of these insights? Having explored the allure and complexities of towns that pay you to live there, the final question lingers. Would you make the move? It's a personal decision rooted in weighing the pros and cons unique to your circumstances. Are you seeking adventure, a slower pace, or a fresh start? Do the benefits outweigh the challenges? It's like standing at a crossroads where each path offers its own journey. Reflect on what truly matters in your life community, connection, or perhaps the thrill of the unknown. Sometimes, stepping outside of your comfort zone can lead to unanticipated growth and fulfillment. But it's essential to do thorough research and introspection to align your choices with your goals and values. Ultimately, whether you leap or stay, the key takeaway is the power of informed decision-making. With these insights, you can carve your path with confidence and curiosity. So, what's your next step in this exciting journey? Would you take the leap or stay grounded in familiar territory? Now that we've explored the benefits and challenges of moving to a town that pays you to live there, the question remains, would you take the plunge? Making such a life change requires courage and consideration. Could this change be the relief you seek, or just another uncertain step? Reflect on your priorities and challenges what really holds you back from taking this leap. If you feel inspired, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to keep exploring ways to transform your life. Ready for the change?